The iPhone X, the most hyped and the most expensive smartphone of 2017. So after almost a week of playing with the iPhone X, I think it's time to tell you if this phone here is worth buying or not. Also make sure to check out our other coverage like a camera comparison between the iPhone X, the Google Pixel 2 and the Galaxy Note 8 very soon. All the links will be down below in the description or up in the info card. But now I would say, let's jump right in. A new design, wireless charging, an edge-to-edge OLED display with HDR support and much more. So finally some innovation from a company which has basically invented the smartphone. But wait, didn't we have all the features in Android before? So the iPhone X is really an evolved iPhone with a sharp design and some new ways to use it. The new OLED display is stunning, and I've used plenty of OLED phones before, and it's very interesting that the iPhone X display is also a lot brighter than the Note 8 display, even though both panels are made by Samsung. Also compared to the iPhone 8 Plus, it's a lot brighter and more vivid. The build quality is amazing, just like on every other iPhone. The only thing we noticed is that the edge on the back where the glass meets the chrome frame feels a bit rough though. However, we're using a spec case on our phone to protect it, because even though it looks fantastic, the backside is a huge fingerprint magnet and the camera lens stands out and is prone to scratches over time. Also, the chrome frame seems to be not that scratch resistant, so you're better off with a case. So I really hope that you like the iPhone X and this video so far. If you do, please like and subscribe. I'm working very hard every day to get to 500k, and together we are such a strong community, so we can do this and get to 500k. But now, let's continue. There is no headphone jack, and usually I say it's okay, because I use Bluetooth phones. And yesterday on a video shoot I forgot my Bluetooth headphones, and then it really sucks without having an adapter. But at least with the adapter it sounds great, and has enough power for all the big headsets. Around the sides you will find the volume buttons, the mute switch and the sleep or wake button. The removal of the home button means that there are a few new button combinations to remember. So pressing the top volume button and the sleep or wake button together takes a screenshot, and holding the sleep button opens up Siri. So to turn off the phone you will need to hold one of the volume buttons with the power button for a longer time, which is a bit weird first. The notch on the top, which hosts the speaker, camera and sensors, looks also a bit weird first, but to be honest, after a day using it, it felt totally normal to me. It makes landscape mode in general a bit messy, but most apps are able to scale to full screen, and once you got used to that, it's really okay. So the iPhone X has Apple's True Tone system to automatically adjust color temperature to the ambient light, but mostly that feature gave me two warm color tones that I didn't like at all. Also the display supports HDR, and coming from an Xperia XZ1, I would say HDR looked a bit better on the XZ1, but still it looks great on the iPhone X. Now regarding OLED burn-ins, we really have to wait since this is a long-term use problem. But beside all that, the 5.8-inch Samsung manufactured OLED screen is really one of the most beautiful smartphone screens I've seen. Also the speaker sounds fantastic and it's really loud. So media experience is great, except the boxed layout for most movies, which really kills the fancy design feeling. Now compared to my Note 8, the bezels on the iPhone X feel huge. But to be honest, I'm not a real fan of bezel-less phones, and for me, a good display aspect ratio and display to body ratio is more important than no or curved bezels like on my Note 8, which I'm not using at all. So most of the apps are not optimized for the iPhone X screen yet. This is why many apps still have huge black borders at the top and bottom that make the phone look just like an iPhone 8. so I'm sure this will get better over time, just like on my LG G6 in the beginning. The iPhone X has two optically stabilized 12 megapixel cameras, one with a f1.8 wide-angle lens and the other one with an f2.4 telephoto lens. That's an upgrade from the 8 Plus, which has an f2.8 non-stabilized telelens. The two rear cameras allow for portrait mode, which looks great to be honest. However, under daylight conditions it's hard to see differences between the iPhone X and other flagships like the Note 8. I just noticed that the iPhone X handles tricky light situations like backlight scenes way better. Also, Samsung's aggressive noise reduction makes low light shots appear better first, but the iPhone retains more detail and better white balance. So most Galaxy pictures, no matter if S8 or Note 8, usually have a very yellowish tint. The front-facing camera looks great too and also handles, in my opinion, tricky lighting scenes a lot better and has great dynamic range. However, we are going to release a camera comparison between the Pixel 2, Note 8 and iPhone X soon, so stay tuned. One of the hottest things the front-facing camera can do is take animojis, which are Apple's animated emojis. So for me, this is just like the beginning of Snapchat or Facebook face masks and filters, which are used once and then never again. I think if you're a grown-up, this is not a breathtaking feature you need on a daily basis, but I do understand why it's fun from time to time. So one thing that really made me use my Mate 10 as a daily driver is that there is an easy to use fingerprint scanner which is not misplaced like on the Galaxy Note 8. But this feature is missing and replaced by Face ID on the iPhone X. We tested it and it works really reliable and fast, but we'll do some tests in the next days to see if we can trick it. And if you're not watching this video in the first 2 days, you will now find a link to our Truth About Face ID in the description or up in the little info card. However, it's still annoying that you have to swipe up to unlock, and it's no way faster than a good placed fingerprint scanner, and you will definitely run into situations where you have to try it again a few times. So as the iPhone 8, it also runs iOS 11, but with some tweaks for navigation due to the lack of a home button. And it really makes swiping around a lot of fun, but it's a bit weird to get used to first, and closing apps is horrible, since you have to learn a whole bunch of new gestures to navigate this phone. So you swipe up from the bottom to go home, swipe down from the right to open the control center, and swipe down from the left to open up the notifications. So all in all, there are not many new features, and if you have been using iOS for a while and also iOS 11, nothing here will surprise you. So a basic iPhone experience and a fancy new design. The battery life is pretty good to be honest, and it lasted us easily a day, since it's a little bit better than the battery life of the iPhone 8 in our tests. Apple says that the iPhone X lasts 2 hours longer than the iPhone 7. And together with our test results, we can confirm it. But still, battery life really depends on your usage, and recharging the phone is incredibly fast, just like on my Mate 10. Within 30 minutes, you can get a bit over 35% charge. Due to the speaker being not in the frame, call quality was also awesome. Wi-Fi on the same level like on the Note 8, and GPS worked reliable too, without any jumps. Overall, the iPhone X is finally a refreshing new iPhone that's not super innovative, but super expensive. I will definitely stay with my Android device and won't buy the iPhone, and in my opinion, it's just too much money. It's almost like my car. But if you need a fantastic, easy to use all-round phone, go and get it. It's a great phone and the best Apple iPhone so far. At this point, also thanks to T-Mobile for providing the phone so early. And now, thanks for watching guys, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you liked it, and stay tuned about our upcoming comparisons. I'm Steven from Tech Magnet and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.